You can't think like bondage and live in freedom. You see, most people are not in bondage because of demons. Ah, they are in bondage because of patterns of thinking. They never change. You see, Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, your life does not rise to your prayers. It rises to your thinking structure. Yes. You see, freedom is not first a location. It is a mentality. And that is why one has to renew their mind daily. You see, one, what is bondage? Bondage is not just physical limitation. It is mental captivity that shapes your reality. You see, St. John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You see, if truth makes free, then lies maintain bondage. Now consider this. Consider this. Israel, they delivered body, but enslaved minds. Huh? Were there no graves in Egypt? Let us return to Egypt. These were the thinking and the thoughts of the Israelites. You see, God brought them out of physical Egypt, but Egypt was still inside them mentally. Consider this revelation. They preferred familiar bondage over unfamiliar freedom. You see, signs you still think like bondage because you romanticize your past. It was better before when God is taking you in a different path. You fear responsibility. Freedom requires decision making. You see, you resist growth. Growth feels like pressure. You blame external forces, the devil, people, system. Wow. You see, bondage mindset always outsources responsibility. The psychology of bondage. You see, you have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear. And you can reference this in Romans. You see, bondage produces fear. Bondage produces dependency. Bondage produces low self-worth. Bondage produces passivity. You see, you cannot step into a new life with an old mindset. The mindset has to change. Now, you may be asking how God transforms thinking. Let's look on one. Transformation is mental first. So be transformed by what? By the renewing, changing the thinking, changing the pattern of your mind. Change your stance. You see, God does not change your life. He changes your mind and your life follows. Strongholds, the invisible prisons. Because in 2 Corinthians 10:4-5, casting down imagination, it speaks about strongholds are thought systems, belief patterns, and internal arguments against truth. Hmm. Many people believe what they went through versus what God said. That is bondage. You see, we walk by faith and not by sight. These are the prerequisites that we should be living by. You see, identity shifts everything because Gideon, he was called mighty man of valor. Gideon never saw himself that way. God speaks to who you are becoming, not who you were or have been. Hmm. You see, freedom is not emotional, it is structured. If you continue in my word, and if the word of God abides in you, then you are stepping into something that is of a different dimension. You see, freedom comes through continuation. Freedom comes through consistency. Freedom comes through discipline. Now, you don't break bondage by shouting. You break it by retraining your mind daily. As I said before, walking in freedom. What does this mean? One, renew your mind daily. You see, set your mind on things above, not on things of this world. Not occasionally, but daily. Change your inner language. Stop saying, I can't. Stop saying, this is hard. Stop saying, I'm stuck. Stop using those words. However, start declaring, I am becoming. I am growing. I am disciplined. You see, environment matters. Here are some scriptures that you can think about. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33. Bad company corrupts what? Good character. You see, your environment reinforces your mindset. Now, some of the ways you can take responsibility here. I have set before you life and death. Choose life. You are given option, but you're prompted to choose life. Freedom is a choice, not a feeling. You see, freedom without structure equals collapse. You need daily routine. You need study time. You need execution time. You need accountability. Now, replace, don't remove. You cannot just stop thinking wrong. You must replace it with truth. Because the mind constantly works. Jesus didn't just come to free you from sin. He came to free you from wrong thinking. Remember that. Huh. But we declare some truth. You can have a free God, a free spirit, a free future, but still live bound because your mind never changed. Now, you're going to declare daily. Every mindset of bondage is breaking off your life. Every limiting belief is being exposed. You are stepping into discipline, clarity, and authority. And you will not think like where you are coming from. You will think like where God is taking you. Now, you can't think like bondage and live in freedom. This will change you. Start applying these principles and notice a complete turnaround in